For full episodes of the Diverse Mentality podcast, check the links in the description below. The full video version is available on the main channel, and the audio version is available on your favorite streaming platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more.
But let's get into the crazy stuff. Kanye West, Drink Champs. Mm-hmm. Now, first, I want to give Drink Champs their props, DJ Effin and Nori.
Yeah.
Usually, Nori ends up interrupting a lot of people on his podcast, and people get mad. But this time, he actually did it right. You know,
he did it here and there.
And then, but it wasn't like anything.
Right.
You know, I mean, you're gonna interrupt every now and then.
I mean, he was excited to.
Like you're interrupting me right now when I'm talking. Yeah. Same thing. DJ Effin then added in, the good part about the interview is DJ Effin added in, whenever Kanye West didn't know what to say, he added in to help him out. If you forgot a term or forgot a word, he kind of helped him out with that, which was dope. You know, it just worked well. It really meshed well. And then it wasn't a politically correct interview. Like, they let him say whatever he wanted to say. Nobody was trying to censor him or say, hey, don't do this, don't do that. Yeah, I mean, Nori was trying to get off topic a little bit on some things because he didn't want any problems. But overall, it was a very, very entertaining and very well done interview. So if you haven't seen the Kanye West Drink Champs, it's way better than the Joe Rogan interview that Kanye West did. Way better than the Nick Cannon one. I honestly got bored of those interviews after 30 minutes to maybe an hour. I watched them and I just stopped watching them. So let's go over the top 7 things that were done in this interview. What did you think overall about the interview?
I liked it, man, because listen, I'm not a fan of Kanye West, and I can't stand watching his interviews. But that interview, it was great, man. Because I felt like Kanye West was being himself a lot. He was answering questions. He was talking about everybody, name dropping.
If I die after this interview, he said.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah,
he was oh, don't say that. Don't say it. Don't say it. Yeah, we good. But I haven't completed it all yet. Unfortunately, I was 1 hour and 5 minutes into it.
Yeah, I watched all.
Or maybe a little bit more, actually, something like that.
It's a 2 hour.
I think I got about 50 minutes left or an hour.
It's about 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so
yeah,
there's a lot of things said in here that people kind of tied things into a lot of different things. So some of it's conspiracy theory, but some of it actually kind of makes sense. This is facts though. Around the 144 mark, so in the beginning of the interview, Kanye West dives into the idea of originators, aka the people who built hip hop from the ground up. But along the way, he ended up accusing Travis Scott of biting his style. He blatantly said, I don't mind the copycats, but by the way, you just got to say it like it is. If somebody copied me, I'd be like, yo, you copied me. He's like, I tell Trav, which is Travis Scott, you copied me, boy, I love you, but just know what it is. So he did call out Travis Scott for copying him, but he's open about that. Then Kanye West said he doesn't like how Talib Kweli raps. Which Talib Kweli saw the interview and was like, you're bullshitting because I have a clip of you in 2002 loving me. So he's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So sometimes when you say shit, you know, I mean, down the line, maybe you could change your mind, but still it doesn't.
Just like the Soulja Boy shit.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get to that too. He's calling out Soulja Boy. In the interview, basically Nori asked him, hey, Common or Talib Kweli? And sometimes Kanye would answer the question. Sometimes he would just want to say anything. Most of the time he answered the question. He said Common's the better rapper. He said Common is at 1,000 times better rapper than Kweli. What is you talking about? He's like, I love Kweli. I never really liked the way he rapped. We can never mention Common and Kweli in the same breath. Keep it going. Of course, Kweli responded to that. He posted a video on his Instagram. Let me actually find the word for word just so thought I had it up here. But word for word, basically he posted an old clip of Kanye and a bunch of people praising Talib Kweli for his ability, his music ability. He's talented when it comes to lyrically, of course. Let me play the video if I can actually do it. Let me go on his Instagram, see if I can play it. Maybe it might get copyrighted, so that's what I'm worried about. But we'll see.
Hopefully it doesn't. Should be good.
So he posted, on Instagram here.
Yeah, you know Drake's going to show up in Drink Champs, too, after this interview.
Of course, after.
Kanye West, man, he's funny. Very interesting guy.
Why is this not playing any audio? Literally. Am I connected? Yeah.
I was like, who?
Talib Kweli.
Who?
Talib Kweli.
Kweli. Talib Kweli.
Kweli.
Talib Kweli. Pull up, cut.
Kweli.
So they have Kanye saying, basically they said, if you wanted to be a rapper, who would you want to be? And a lot of these people are saying, even Kanye was like Talib Kweli. So then he put that on there. He said, Kweli and Mos Def took me in when nobody else would. They were like, we like you. And this is about what Kanye said about Talib Kweli a while ago. He said, Kweli taught me the most about being an artist more than anybody. So back then, Kweli was the one that believed in Kanye. Was one of the few people that believed in Kanye.
I get it, but Kanye West could have changed his mind by now.
I mean, he didn't even say anything disrespectful. He just said, hey, I prefer Common over Kweli, that's his opinion.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like Kweli disrespectfully responded. You just like, I get it, whatever, but you're praising me like crazy and saying I was one of the best ever. So, but that was one of the controversial, wasn't that big. Then Kanye West calls out Jay-Z. And this was kind of interesting because this shows the behind the scenes on if an artist is working on an album, what they say for themselves and what they give away for songs. And Kanye reveals that Jay-Z is a very selfish person when it comes to music. He keeps songs for himself. He doesn't give it to nobody. If he makes it for his album, it's for his album. He doesn't give a fuck about what. And, we've heard stories of Jay-Z just being very selfish in general. And Kanye says that he's a very selfish person. So let's go over it. Despite Dame Dash's recent comments that he wants to squash his beef with Jay-Z, Nori couldn't help but ask about who Ye preferred as a CEO. Despite referring to Hove as his boss multiple times throughout the interview, he said he was rocking with Dame Dash all the way. Right after taking a shot of brown liquor, Ye made it clear whose business acumen he respected more. Absolutely 1,000% Dame Dash, Yeezy said. Dame Dash, the visionary, he, the original black hipster. I'm the devil's worst nightmare. I'm Dame Dash with money. And then, I don't know if they add this story about that Jay-Z. But yeah, basically for Jay-Z, I got to get that story because that story. He said that Jay-Z, when they're working on Watch the Throne, the collab album, he had records for that album that Kanye took off his own next album and put it on Watch the Throne.
So he took records off Kanye's album?
No, like Kanye himself took his, because he was working on his next album. He had My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which was the best album he created. Everybody's like, arguably they say it. To me, it's not, but for most people, it's the best album he ever created.
Okay.
So you just come off creating your best album ever.
Right.
And now you're working on your next album. But then you talk to Jay-Z and you're like, hey, let's do a collab album.
Right.
So the songs that he had for his next album, he took those and put them on the collab album. And then when Kanye heard some Jay-Z songs, he's like, yo, you should put this on a Watch the Throne. Jay-Z's like, no, I don't want to. So then he's like, why wouldn't you sacrifice like I sacrifice?
I see.
So I want to get the actual songs, what songs they were. Songs, Watch the Throne. Let me see if I can find it. For being selfish, while making Watch the Throne. He calls him out for being selfish. So this is what he said. So Jay-Z was working on Magna Carta, Holy Grail. And then the song Holy Grail, which is off that album featuring Justin Timberlake, he was like, can you put that on Watch the Throne? And Jay-Z was like, no, I don't want to. So he says, I took a track off of what was going to be on my album, the follow-up to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, that I heard when we was all at dinner. And it was the Otis sample. So that's the biggest track on the album pretty much, besides the other record, Guys in Paris. I chopped it up, and I was going to go to Milan to do something in fashion, and I was about to be late for the flight because I was like, yo, we're not going to lose this game. We're not going to lose this game no matter what. I'm going to give you all this. So basically, in the interview, he was talking about how LeBron lost the championship. This is 2011 Miami Heat, the first year they lost. After seeing that, he was like, man, we got to put our all into this, kind of just motivate him to like win. So then he said, I took New Day off my next album. I took Otis off my next album. And we got into this big argument because he had this song called Holy Grail that had Justin Timberlake singing on it. And I was like, we need to put this on the album. And then he was like, nah. Everybody knows, he said, Jay-Z is very selfish. We all love him, but yeah, he's very selfish. He'll say like, man, I'm selfish. So you want to give that song like, man, how am I going to give up all this? So, yeah, that was just an interesting behind-the-scenes fact about Watch the Throne when they're working on it.
Yeah, I'm glad he spoke on that, man.
Yeah, I'm not surprised Jay-Z's, wouldn't give him tracks. That's tough to do.
But Kanye did say, he is the boss. He's my boss.
Yeah, but I mean,
if
if it's a collab album and you got a great record, man, just
No, definitely. You gotta be able to work with each other, and
I mean, because Kanye helped Jay-Z's career too.
Oh,
man.
hell yeah.
It's not just Jay-Z helping him, but then this Soulja Boy part, and then Soulja Boy responded to that. I gotta play Soulja Boy's clip because it's hilarious. So right after Donda dropped at the end of August, Soulja Boy said he was left off the album and then dropped his remote control verse anyways, which we talked about a while ago. Ye took some time on Drink Champs to address that. He said saying he said he was building up Soulja Boy, basically giving him props, saying he's one of the top 5 most influential artists who made rap what it is today. Okay. And that is true. He brought the internet to hip hop.
Yeah,
he was the first one to use it.
Can't deny that.
Period. So that is, and he said on the Drink Champs, he's like, I'm not gonna argue with y'all about this, and probably if somebody was young, like, what the fuck are you talking about? But he said, I'm not gonna argue with it about this. And then he said, Nori asked why Soulja Boy was left off Donda. Sarcastically, Kanye answered, "You ain't hear that verse," and then Nori didn't get it. Like when somebody says, "You ain't hear that verse," like that shit's garbage. Pretty much, he was saying. And he said, "Nah," and then he basically clarified. Kanye said, "No, it wasn't a good verse." But here's the issue in this: Soulja Boy showed text that Kanye actually loved the verse when he responded in text.
Yeah.
So how are you going to be two-faced like that?
But that's what I'm saying. At the time, it could have been good. But as as you're working on the album, whatever, later on, you'll be like, okay, I'm just not feeling him.
Yeah, hit him up. Be like, hey, man, can we get a different verse on this? Let's see what we can do with this. Don't just kick the guy off the album and then the guy's like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, because
I feel you. Yeah.
Somebody has taken time off their day to record that verse, even if it's a garbage verse. It's still, like me, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, what the fuck? I took time on my day to do this, and you just kick me off the album. Don't even tell me shit.
Yeah, he should have told him, just like Drama told 50 Cent, do that shit.
What are you talking
when
about?
they were recording that album?
What album?
When he had DJ Drama on the mixtape or whatever.
The Gangsta Grills, the Lost tape?
I think so. Yeah.
When did he say redo this shit?
I think you told me that, bro.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, DJ Drama was like, man, we got to redo this shit because it sound like too.
Yeah, I mean, just be honest with people.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, at least he pointed out, because this is 50 Cent. You're going to tell 50 Cent that? Yeah. That's not easy to say.
Yeah. All right, this is Soulja Boy's response to that interview, by the way.
Yeah, he snapped.
And I want people to really listen. The funniest thing about this is not Soulja Boy going off, which was hilarious, but in the background when he's silent, you hear like little water trickling, and it's just like so peaceful. But then you hear him yelling. It's just funny as fuck. Like that just, I don't know why, that just
motherfucking public bitch ass nigga don't get on no motherfucking public platform and say different from what the fuck you told me to my face. Tell me to my face that shit was trash, bitch ass fucking scab head ass boy. Who cut your hair? Who cut your hair? Yo shit fucked up, nigga. Talking about some, man, hold on. I'll give you a good verse. You wanna hear a good verse? Go to the motherfucking studio and cook your ass. Hold on, zoom in on this fucking text. Fuck, nigga, you said the verse was hard, nigga. Why the fuck you ain't texting my phone and say you ain't, nigga? Hold on, we finna me the shit to sleep, nigga. You not finna baby me, nigga, with some motherfucking Soulja Boy is the future. Shut the fuck up, nigga. You said my verse wasn't hard, nigga. Who the fuck is you think you talking? Everything that come out my motherfucking mouth is hard, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about, Kanye West? Nigga, nigga, your album was trash. Your shit wasn't hard, nigga. Just cause it's your album don't mean you get to pick what the fuck is hard and what. Put it out and let the people decide, nigga, what the fuck is hard, nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
I kind of agree with that.
I agree with that 100%.
But it is his album at the end of the day, so if he doesn't want it on there, he doesn't have to have it on there.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
but
just,
the way he did him, he should have kind of, look, man, I'm gonna have to take you off this shit because it's just not working.
Honestly, when I heard the verse, I didn't think it was garbage. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, but I mean, to him, he's, you know how he is, man.
This is Kanye West.
Yeah, this is Kanye West.
So then Kanye went on a political rant a little bit. He did say a lot of dope things about investing and how, more black people need to worry about, you know, investing and stuff instead of stupid things on Twitter. And people didn't like a lot of these platforms didn't pick that up. So there's a lot of gems in there about him just trying to make the community better. It's like people are just focused on the negatives of this, like what he's going at.
Yeah.
He's said a lot of dope things in there.
No, definitely, yeah.
And then he talked about, you know, political Kamala Harris. He said she just disappeared. So I'm not going to get into that. Ye says he would smoke Drake in the verses. He said he would smoke anybody. And this is the funniest thing. He said he would need 4 people to go against him.
Right, yeah.
Because he is a producer, he is an artist, he's an engineer. So, I mean, that is kind of true. He's done it all. So you kind of do need multiple people. Drake isn't an engineer. He's not a producer. You know, he can sing, but...
I just don't think that would be a good versus, Drake and Kanye.
And then Kanye said, or just me versus myself.
Because they asked him, Nori was like, who would you go in versus with? You know who I'm about to say, right? And he was like, oh, Drake? Yeah.
And then
he was like...
He's like 2 people he's going to say. But then the next person, he didn't expect him to say Jay-Z. Because he said Jay-Z next.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah, he didn't expect Jay-Z. He was like... Yeah. So this is what it says. Coming to Drink Champs, everybody wanted to know what Ye would say about Drake. And he said a lot. Diving all the way into all the shots and backhanded remarks, Ye sent Drake's way soon. But for now, let's focus on Ye's comments that he would destroy Drizzy in a versus battle. With Ye pondering the idea of a versus battle with Drake and shutting down the idea of a battle with Jay-Z because that's his boss. So he denied the Jay-Z one because that's his boss. He's not going to go against his boss. Nori asked if he'd beat Drake. He said, if Swizz and Timbaland say you and Drake against one another, you're saying you're going to take it and you're going to smoke him? Nori asked. He said, yeah, absolutely. But it already happened. He played one of my leaked songs, and it was better than every other song this year. Now, this is the crazy part. I mean, that's for people to decide who's hotter.
Yeah. Let me know in the comments, man. Who the hell could Kanye West go in versus with? I'm curious to know what people are gonna pick.
I mean, to be fair, Kanye's been out for a lot longer. He's not like, you know, he's been out since 2004. Man.
And his music style is different, man.
No, I mean he's managed. He's still relevant to be out since 2004. Since 2004 to be out. That's 50s, 2003. And musically, to still be released stuff and people still pay attention to it.
Yeah, and selling a lot too.
Yeah, that's not hard to do. Drake has been out since 2009. So he's got another what?
But he did admit Drake is the shit.
Yeah, I mean he's not denying any of that. He's not denying any of that.
He wasn't saying nothing bad about him. He was saying that, you know, he's
just saying he's better than Drake. That's all.
Yeah, but he did say what did he say? He was like in this last 10 years, Drake just he said something about how he not changed the music industry, but like kept the style of, I can't remember it, man. But he was saying something about Drake these last 10 years, or how long has it been? 15 years?
Yeah, I liked the part in the interview where he was talking about artists' voices that he liked. Like when he was asking, you know, when Nori was asking, hey, this artist or this artist? He said Jadakiss. He was like, I'd cut my finger off to have Jadakiss's voice. He was like, I'd cut my finger off to have Beanie Siegel's voice. He's like, I used to, Busta Rhymes' voice.
Oh, okay.
He loved Busta Rhymes.
I didn't get to that part yet.
Yeah, so that was dope to see, like, there's still artists that, like, envy other artists of certain things. And he was like, man, at the time I heard Busta Rhymes, the way he was rapping, he was like, man, I'd cut my finger off just to, you know, get a voice like him. So
that's dope.
Yeah, it's dope to hear those things, like, from artists, like something different. One of the biggest stories that came out of the interview as well is that Kanye West said signing Big Sean was the worst thing he ever did.
No shit.
Yeah, he said that.
God damn, you just ruined it for me.
Well, I mean, you got to pay attention. It's been out for a while. He says everybody knows the story of Kanye West and Big Sean. Ye was at a radio station in Detroit. Big Sean rushed there so he could rap for him. Ye was impressed, signed into good music, and the rest is history. Ye put Sean on, featured him on Marvin and Chardonnay, Blessings, and a couple other songs throughout the years. And Sean reportedly thanked him for it on records and in interviews. But according to Ye, signing Big Sean to good music was the worst thing he ever did. He's like, when I die on my tombstone, it's going to say, I deserve to be here because I signed Big Sean.
No way.
The worst thing I've ever done is sign Big Sean. Ye assured Nori, man, I know this man's mama, bro. You know what I'm saying? I changed this man's family. And both John Legend and Big Sean, when I ran for office, got used quickly by the Democrats to come at they boy. That actually changed their life. And that's some sellout shit. I don't rock with neither of them. and I need my apologies. So basically what Kanye is saying is when he was running for president, Big Sean and John Legend, which John Legend isn't signed from what I was aware of to Good Music at all, but he's just mentioning how he's cool with John Legend, and then John Legend went against him. They went against Kanye and what he was saying and, you know, stuff like that publicly in a disrespectful way. Now, Pusha T was going against Kanye, what he was saying, but not in a disrespectful way. He was just saying Kanye's his own man, let him do what he wants to do. That's all he said. So he wasn't like with him, but he was just saying he's his own man, let him do what he wants to do. But Big Sean and John Legend were like disrespecting Kanye. So Kanye's point of view is, I put you on, Big Sean. I've changed your whole life. I help your family, and you disrespect me publicly. So that's why he had the issue.
I agree with Kanye.
I agree with that. If I'm helping you, if I change your life, put you on, there's no reason you should be disrespecting me publicly at all unless I publicly come out and disrespect you first if I say something. Then you got like a right to defend yourself. That's like Game, you know, coming out when 50 situation and being like, yo, I don't rock with what 50's doing, Jada kissing Fat Joe, you know, I'm my own man, blah, blah, and then 50 puts you on, he's like, what the fuck, did I just put you on? And,
right.
You know, it's that type of situation. Big Sean responded to that, as he should, and says Kanye West owes him $6 million. He said, let me tell you, never mind, that's what Kanye said.
Everybody owes money.
He said, Big Sean tweeted and was like, I was just with this man. He ain't say none of that. And this was after the interview. I'm dying laughing at you, Kanye West. So he posted photos of him, Hit Boy, and Kanye West hanging out. He's like, why didn't he say this shit in front of my face? And this is after the interview. Right. So he's like, he tweeted out, he's like, man, I can't wait to go on Drink Champs now because he wants to talk his shit on there. And then he actually responded to the clip of Kanye saying that. And let me see if I can find the exact tweet. He said, this is responding to the Democratic thing, you know, where he said he was siding with the Democrats. He said, the Dems, he's like, no, I didn't. He's like, I didn't get used by anybody or endorse anyone publicly at all because I'm not political. That's what's hilarious. None of it's true, and he doesn't even know what he's talking about. He's like, I'm rolling with a laughing emoji. So obviously Big Sean denies what Kanye is saying, but that's what Kanye West feels at that time. And you know, Kanye, once he gets drunk, that's why they're trying to get him. They're trying to get him to drink in the show. When Kanye gets drunk, he just says whatever. You know, Kanye, that's how he is. Where that's how he got on stage with Taylor Swift. He had Hennessy. All that night he was drinking Hennessy. He went on stage and just, yo, you don't deserve this. Beyonce had the biggest video of all time. Yeah, so it's a ploy to like get him to, you know, act out. So
didn't he say in the interview, Kanye was like, "Are you sure it's a good idea to drink?"
Yeah, you know, yeah, he's just trying to fuck him up, and I mean, it created headlines. Now, one thing that people are doing conspiracy theories, and Kanye West technically confirmed this in the interview. He said Drake, when he beefs with you, he DMs bitches, he DMs your bitches, he DMs your girls all around you. That's what he does, and he subliminally sends shots. He doesn't directly go out. He plays chess and stuff, which to me is stupid. I'm like, just fucking diss each other and like stop acting like bitches here. But it's a different style. Yeah. Now that DMing thing, what people connected it to is that Baby Keem track with Kendrick Lamar. You know, he said number 2 DMing my bitch, but that's okay though. So that verse they connected it to Drake, saying that Drake was DMing Baby Keem's and going at Kendrick. So there's beef between Drake and Kendrick, which I didn't pick up on until people started mentioning it. Wow. He said number 2 DMing my bitch because what Kanye West said is when he gets in a beef with somebody, he starts DMing all the girls around you.
I thought he was talking about Kim Kardashian.
What do you mean?
About DMing my bitch.
Yeah, man. He said you know, he's like, let me know if you're actually fucking my wife. Exactly, he's like, let me know.
He was like, just let me know. I'll feel much better.
Yeah. So he's just saying that's what Drake does in a beef. Yeah. He'll start going after your females.
Well, he's good at that, man. You got to give it to props for that.
Yeah. What I was just surprised by is the Baby Keem verse because he said number 2 DMing my bitch. But I guess that's okay though. Let me get the lyrics 100% because that shows that Kendrick and Drake.
And these guys are good.
Kendrick and Drake got some shit, man, and I need that shit to pop off. Okay, that's gonna be the best battle we're ever going to get. Shit. It's gonna be Jay-Z and Nas, like it's gonna be 50 and Ja Rule. It's gonna be like those. That's the level it's gonna be at. And
wow, that would be crazy.
Because look, think about it. Jay-Z and Nas were at their peak when they went at each other.
Right.
At their peak. 50 and Ja. 50 just started blowing up. Ja was already hit records at their peak. That was huge. Yeah, that was huge. Imagine Kendrick and Drake. They're pretty much at their peak. Boom, going at it. That's gonna be the biggest. That's going to be
It's
out
gonna
there.
be nasty.
And Tupac and Biggie. Unfortunately, that ended
Right.
in a worse way with them dying. But that's them at their peak. They were going at it. That's why it was so big.
It's gonna make history.
Yeah, so I need that. See, let me see. Yeah, he said 2 phones, but I only bring one in this bitch. 1 daughter, but they all my sons in this bitch. No hoes ain't getting shit done in this bitch. I'm scared. I got a gun in this bitch. Smoking on top 5s. Stop playing. I'm that guy. And he says number 2 DM in my bitch. That's cool. I don't ask why. So that has to be bars at what. Yeah, because at the time Drake and Kanye were going at it with the albums and shit. So they released that song around that time, and I think they view Kanye as number 1 instead of Drake.
Right, number 2.
Yeah, he said number 2 DM on my bitch.
Damn.
So
That's fucking.
yeah,
That's
that
a
bar.
clever, yeah.
Yeah, Kanye confirmed that.
Yeah.
When that interview kind of confirmed that. That's so Tafili better put that shit on TikTok. Connect them dots, boy.
Connect.
I need that shit on TikTok. Let them know what the fuck's going on. Yeah, so crazy interview. If you guys haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. I just wanted to break down.
Good, very good. Very
Oh, he mentioned Just Blaze too. Last thing I want to mention. Just Blaze is a producer, obviously played a huge vital role in Jay-Z's career. And then Kanye went at him and said Just Blaze was stealing, he was copying me. He was he's not a good producer, which is crazy because Just Blaze and Kanye has been cool forever. So he's like throwing back. He's like, why the fuck would he say that? Let me see what he said. This is exactly what Kanye West said word for word. This is when he's talking about people copying him. He said, Just Blaze is a copycat. He said, he gets credit for Jay-Z's The Blueprint, and I did the first half of Blueprint, and he just copied my half. He said, I mean, look where I'm at today, and look where he's at today. So that should show you. I'd be hearing and then I'd be all over the radio. He said, I'd be hearing my beats, and then it'll be all over the radio. I just have my girl from Chicago be on Hot 97 stuff, listening to the radio, and just be another Just Blaze song, just another Just Blaze song. He's like, I like the originators, man. I don't mind, but the copycats too. And by the way, you just got to say it like it is, and he was talking about Travis Scott on that part, but he basically called Just Blaze a copycat. Just Blaze immediately responded to that on a huge kind of like note written letter kind of. He's like, well, that was unfortunate. He's like, I'm only addressing this publicly because it was stated publicly. I'm not here for mudslinging. I'm just a bit confused and disappointed, he said. None of what was said tonight regarding me fits with any of our history or our previous interactions, particularly in light of very recent attempts to work together again soon. So they're planning on working together pretty soon here. So he's confused. He's like, you want to work with me, and now you're just saying this. Through recent years, he has reached out to collaborate on various projects, including a much rumored collaborative project that he was looking for me to handle a good amount of. It unfortunately never saw the light of day due to reasons unrelated to me. Most recently, a couple of months back, I woke up to a literal red alert from his people that he was looking for me for his last album in the 11th hour. We tried to pull something off, but it was way too late last minute. He said, regarding that one comment, respectfully, I'm happy for him and the fact that he has succeeded in the ways he wanted to. But not everyone wants to be where he is. Everyone's definition of personal success is a bit different. I'm quite happy where I am creatively with my family and my life in general. We were a part of history together, and I wish him well and continued success. And he told the media, please do not clickbait this piece, y'all.
Excellent.
Craziest thing after that is Jay-Z responded to all this. They got Jay-Z on, because he's promoting that new movie that he has. It's coming out that he's worked on, executive producer, whatever it is. So he was on Twitter has, how, what's that fucking Clubhouse app? Now Twitter has their own Clubhouse type of app where you can voice chat each other.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They created that because Twitter tried to buy Clubhouse. Clubhouse said no, which is the dumbest decision ever. Now they can just create their own voice app, and just fucking stupid.
Effed up.
Yeah, they're $1 billion, man. They're offering $1 billion.
I would have took that.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it, man. That wasn't. They got success early.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find the. Where's the actual?
Didn't he say he was worth $6 billion? Is that true? Kanye West?
I mean, Forbes says 1.8 billion.
But he said he was, I think, worth 6.
I mean, he knows his finances more than Forbes ever would. So,
I mean, that's crazy.
Okay, so this is what Jay-Z said. He said, if you're making an album, if you're creating an album, The assignment is soul samples. Everyone's coming with soul, he said. It's not you trying to make a cohesive piece of music. I don't think anyone was copying off anyone. You know, Bink has this problem, and you know, I think everyone created for the project. But the thing was, the baby was the blueprint, and I think everyone should be prized for what we created. You know, it's like, I don't know what you call at the Library of Congress or something. It's like something that we all should, or, you know, we should. This is so like I think they fuck up when they write these articles, man. Because Jay-Z did not say it like this. I was listening to the audio. I can't fucking find the audio.
It's all good.
Yeah, they fucked up this whole article. They quote these people. He said everyone had a contribution, I would say. I don't think anyone was copying off anyone. So basically what he's saying is Blueprint, there was a certain sound they were going for. So obviously there's going to be people submitting beats that sound like that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
that's what
that
Jay-Z's
makes
saying.
sense, yeah.
And that's Jay-Z's album. So if that's how he feels, Kanye can't really say somebody was copying somebody. So, yeah, it's like if I was creating a certain video and I want a certain style, that's nobody copying off. Just everybody's putting their own version of that style. You know, that's all it is. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Sense.
Yeah, and Just Blaze has his credits. It doesn't matter where Kanye's saying, look where I'm at now. Just Blaze is like, yo, I'm happy where I'm at right now. He's like, I don't need to be a billionaire to be happy. Now everybody wants to be a billionaire and, you know, be the biggest fucking thing in the world, you know, and whatever.
Straight up.
So, yeah, that was another comment. That's pretty much most of what was said in the Kanye West interview. So that's a lot of things. That alone took up at least like fucking 30 minutes of this podcast. So
damn.